Welcome to Weapon Blueprint, the weekly series where I, Gasland-based, take you through every weapon in TF2 and put them up for review for your pleasure. This time we're taking a look at a highly requested weapon. It's the Kritzkrieg for the medic. Remember that this series only focuses on pub plays, so there's not going to be anything about how you use the crits in competitive. You can go find that somewhere else. This is only for pub play. This video consists of 3 sections. The first section covers the history of the weapon, both in the real world as well as in the TF2 universe, and the appearance of the weapon, often related to the history of it. The second section talks about the stats and gameplay mechanics that the weapon provides. There will be made comparisons with both stock weapons and other unlocks, as well as in-depth analysis of the damage and timers that the weapon provides. The third section opens discussion about beneficial strategies using the weapon, featuring gameplay of the weapon itself. This section is open to discussion, as I can only speak my own opinion, so feel free to express your opinion in the comment sections below the video. The Kritzkrieg is a very old unlock in TF2, as it was added back in 2008 in the GoldSrc update. Its name is a mixture of crits and blitzkrieg. Now blitzkrieg, which can be translated to lightning war, was a tactic used especially by the Wehrmacht during World War II. The tactic involves sending huge forces through the enemy lines and piercing through them so they have no time to regroup. This tactic was used to overtake both France and Poland during World War II by the Germans. The Kritzkrieg was originally supposed to be called the Overhealer, as Valve stated in an interview. The Overhealer would be able to overheal people to 200% of their max health, but which would have a much weaker Ubercharge or no Ubercharge whatsoever. This idea was scrapped and replaced with the Kritzkrieg. However, the model for the Kritzkrieg attachment is still named Overhealer to this date. The Kritzkrieg, as the name implies, is a medigun which, instead of granting invulnerability, grants a 100% crit chance on the target of healing. It charges Uber 25% faster than the medigun, and it has a special taunt attached which heals the medic for 10 health. The Kritzkrieg is very powerful in the right situation, but because it's impossible to pop your Uber to protect yourself, it's very important to find a reliable pocket, either soldier or heavy or demo man. The Kritzkrieg is best used when people don't realize it's coming. Catching people in a large group will deal immense amounts of damage, whereas if they see you coming, the experienced player will start to spread out to minimize the damage done. A Kritzkrieg is not very useful against a sentry-nest either, and engineers building do not take extra damage from crits. So your best bet is to kill the engineer with the crits and then finish off his buildings when they're unguarded. Also remember that crit projectiles will remain in the crit projectile state when reflected by a pyro's air blast. Make sure to shoot the ground next to the pyro, or wait till he's performed his first air blast and shoot while it's cooling down. On the other hand, charging a pyro with crits will cause all reflected projectiles to be converted to the crit state. A taunt of the Kritzkrieg might not seem like a big deal, it's just 10 health and you're even stunned. But if you're set on fire and waiting for a health kit, you can keep yourself alive with your automatic health regeneration and the added 10 health of each taunt. Note that it can be risky because you're unable to move for several seconds doing the taunt. In conclusion, the Kritzkrieg is a very fun and very powerful weapon if used in the right situation. Just make sure that you have a reliable pocket, because he needs to be able to deal the damage that you provide him with, and he needs to protect you from all incoming damage as you can't protect yourself. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Weapon Inspection, and I would like your help to pick the next week's weapon. So click on the weapon you would like to see in the next one, and the one that gets most votes will be featured in the next week's episode. That's all for now. If you want to be notified when the next episode is out, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Gasland-based. Alright, I'll see you in the next week.